Hi everyone, cannot begin to tell you how excited I am to be getting back behind the microphone calling world-class Speedway this coming week at MICK RACEWay out of North Brisbane. Of course, Wednesday night, the final round of the Australian 500cc Speedway Championship and the Darcy Award Invitational on Friday night. It's been a few years, can't wait to get involved. The reason I'm recording this message is because I've had a lot of calls, a lot of emails and texts, and obviously I'm aware of the things being said on social media in relation to the perceived quality or maybe perceived lack of quality with the live stream coverage with the preceding rounds leading up to this week's two-night extravaganza. I just thought I'd take a minute to, I suppose, reiterate what you possibly already know. If you're watching the live stream coverage in an area with intermittently poor Wi-Fi service, or it might be subject to a storm front, electrical storm, it doesn't matter how good the live stream is coming out of the venue, it may buffer and you may have the occasional issue. Likewise, if something happens to the Wi-Fi in the precinct, the region of the venue itself, again, storm fronts, for example, and there are variables, it may impact on the stream. It's not correct to immediately jump to the assumption that the live stream is rubbish, because there are variables, and most people already know that because we all have Wi-Fi on our phone, and sometimes you go places where it works better than other times, and sometimes it's faster than it is other times. And indeed, it also applies just to your mobile phone service in general, doesn't it? But what I can promise you is, all things being equal, where you're watching and out of the venue, and we've already been to the venue, and you know the Wi-Fi signal and 5G is strong. All things being equal, you can subscribe to the live stream Wednesday, Friday night with confidence that there won't be a problem. We've been doing television productions for 30 years. We've been doing live stream productions for 15 years. At the present time, we televise live horse racing 30 to 40 hours a week without a problem. In terms of live streams in recent times, the International Tag Federation OzTag World Cup out of Coffs Harbour in August last year, a 7-hour broadcast, not one single blemish or problem. And there have been various other examples. The Australian Superbike Championship Grand Final out of Winton, we're on air for 8 hours, not a single dropout. That's not to say some of the viewers around Australia and the world didn't have a dropout if they're watching in an area that's subject to poor internet quality. So that's the situation. From a content point of view, what I can promise you is you will see it in genuine high definition, and you will see a world-class television production. Grid graphics, on-screen point scoring information, and well, frankly, more on-screen info with rolling graphics than you could ever hope to see. From a commentary team point of view, I'm obviously heading it up. Rod Calhoun beside me, who is as knowledgeable as anybody in the sport and will convey it in his own inimitable fashion, and our roving pit reporter and on-the-spot man, the great Sam Ermolenko, who, as you know, does this almost full-time in Europe with the European Championship, and he's obviously been a massive part of the Speedway Grand Prix series. I can promise you dozens of interviews at the completion of every round of heats, and a world-class TV show. So, can't wait. Subscribe with confidence, and just remember though, as I said at the top of this, you've got to be mindful that you've got to be watching in an area with solid internet speed, and as long as there's no issues with storms and unforeseen circumstances, I'm pretty confident you'll enjoy the experience. So, look forward to you joining us on Wednesday and Friday from North Brisbane, MICK RACEWay.